Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about 3 things that women do in order to try to make a man better, but they never work, and they actually do quite the opposite to the relationship. These are, unfortunately, many times things that men have experienced, and I will be interested to know in the comments, guys, if you've ever experienced these and what your reaction has been to them. Number 1 is when a woman withholds gratitude or appreciation. This is really difficult on guys because it's one of the things that they need most out of a relationship. I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and it was a couple that was talking about financial issues. And she was actually withholding praise of her man for making the most that he had ever made in a month. It was 17,000 that he had made in a month. But because of her history of being a very high earner, she did not think that he deserved appreciation, and that if she did give him that appreciation, that he wouldn't do that the next month, that he wouldn't be that high earner into the next month, that he suddenly would become lazy. She actually admitted to withholding that and said that, well, let's wait till the next month and see if he does it. And what's crazy is that that was even after he had said that that's what he needed from her, that he just needed a, good job to keep going, to keep motivating him. So unfortunately, this is what a large group of women will say. I've even seen it on TikTok and other social media platforms where a woman will say that she's not going to show gratitude for the bare minimum, as if that is enabling laziness. But this is where, guys, tell me if you disagree, men do not work this way. Quite the opposite. So that if you show appreciation, even for the little things, it goes a long, long way with men. I think that men actually use it as their measure of how well they're doing. Like if their wife, who they love, tells them that they're grateful or tells them that they're doing a great job or says thank you, that means so much more than their boss saying the same thing. And we have to remember that we can't allow expectations to ruin gratitude. Even in many jobs, bosses will show gratitude for you doing your job that you're supposed to do anyways. But they do it because it's really another form of compensation other than actual money. Number 2, a woman withholding affection. I've talked about this before, where if a woman, even when she's mad, if she's able to still show affection towards the man that she loves because she sees the bigger picture, she sees that this one moment of her feeling angry or some type of emotion towards her man doesn't actually change their status, that is highly attractive to that man, because that in itself is reassurance on where she stands with the relationship. It tells him that they're still on solid ground. They're good. There's an understanding that they're going to have disagreements and they're not always going to be 100% happy with each other, but they already foresee that that's going to resolve eventually. The other side of this is that when it's extreme, it can be manipulative, or at the very least controlling. I'll give you another example of a video that I stitched earlier this month where a woman was upset that her man did not step in and help her with the laundry, even though she didn't tell him directly that she needed help with the laundry, that she wanted help. And he had gone upstairs to go to bed or get ready for bed, and they were going to have some alone time together. But because she didn't really communicate her needs, what ended up happening was that she said that she would go do the laundry and bring it up. And when she did, she was really upset that she had to carry the laundry upstairs and then was folding it in front of him and he didn't step in to help. And so she basically just said that alone time was canceled. And this is really dangerous territory because you're basically keeping score, and the reward is attention and affection. And that shouldn't just be the reward within a relationship. That should just be like a basic need that's being met. And lastly, this is the craziest one. Number 3 is talking badly about her man publicly. What's crazy about this is that I think a lot of women actually do think that if they speak it out loud in front of others, that if they almost team up against him, that he's going to see more clearly and he's all of a sudden going to make these changes and he's going to be a better man. But that couldn't be further from the truth, because all it does is it disrespects him because you're doing it publicly. You're not just talking to him privately about your problems. And he's going to feel embarrassed and definitely disrespected. But unfortunately, a lot of women, they don't catch themselves. They're reacting emotionally and they're trying to vent to others. It's just the worst thing that you can do. We see it all the time on social media. There's been whole accounts that are just about bashing somebody's husband, and they'll actually say that it's because they're trying to make their husband a better man, but it's never going to be effective. Guys, let me know if you agree or disagree. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of all three of these, and I'll see you next week.